Hello and welcome to Brutonic Studies. I am your professor, Willow Polachek, and in this course we will study the Brutonic language. What is the Brutonic language? Brutonic, or more properly, Brutonic, is a real proto-language. Brutonic is a linguistic ancestor of Old English, Old High German, and Common Brutonic. Thus, we see that these diverse languages of the British Isles are all related through this common ancestor. This is a real college class, and I am a real college professor. This is a very real language dating to the 1st century in the Common Era, and in this first lesson, we will overview the history, phonology, and grammar of Brutonic, and at the end, we will look at a sample text. Let's begin. The story of Brutonic starts with Aeneas, the survivor of the sack of Troy. He traveled first to Carthage, then to Italy, where he founded the Latin city of Alba Longus. His great-grandson Brutus traveled first to Greece, where he met other descendants of Troy. He recruited these warriors and traveled to Gaul, where he founded the city of Troyes. If you've ever wondered why modern English and French have so many words in common, this is why. From Troyes, he traveled to the island of Albion, a land inhabited by giants and other monsters. From there, the language of Brutus spread in all directions, where it branched out into other languages. Here's the comparative phonology of the three main daughter languages of Brutonic. Phonemes present in Old English are in blue, those in Old High German are in red, and those in Common Brutonic are in yellow. The fricatives f, v, and h are in Old English and Old High German, and the voiced dental fricative is shared by Old English and Common Brutonic. The sounds in black are shared by all three languages. The phonology of Brutonic is comparatively simple. However, it does lack several common phonemes. The most interesting feature is the trilled labial consonants brr and brr. We believe that these later became the b, f, and v consonants. Also of note is the absence of a trilled r. The reasons for this are completely unknown. For vowels, let us start by examining the Old English vowel system, a very sensible 6-vowel system consisting of the traditional 5 vowels and a nice schwa to round things out. A, e, o, u, From descriptions of Brutonic pronunciation, we can deduce a series of sound changes that vowels must have taken. First, the E sound lowered in the mouth, becoming an A sound. Next, the A sound lowered, forming the sound. The sound moved backwards and up, becoming an sound. The sound moved back and up, becoming an sound. The sound moved down and displaced the O sound. Finally, the O sound, reaching around for somewhere to go, settled in the vacant E sound. This is known as the Great Vowel Movement. Brutonic was written using a series of runes known as the Eldest Futhark, predating the Elder Futhark. The Eldest Futhark has separate glyphs for the voiced and voiceless dental fricatives, as well as a 6th vowel rune. We now move on to the grammar of Brutonic. Nouns in Brutonic come in a variety of cases. First are the 4 cases present in Old High German, the nominative, accusative, genitive, and dative. Additionally, there are the instrumental and locative, both present in some dialects of Old English. Finally, we have the vocative and ablative, both of which are found in Common Brutonic. Brutonic nouns have several different declension paradigms. First is the A stem for nouns ending in AS or A. Likewise, the E stem is for nouns ending in ES or E. The O stem for words ending in OS or O. The U stem for words ending in U or US. The stem for words ending in S or The schwa stem for words ending in AS or A. The consonant stem for words ending in any consonant, unless they end with R, in which case they use a separate R declension. Each of these declensions has separate paradigms for masculine, feminine, and neuter words. And of course, these also have separate single and plural varieties. These paradigms are similar, but there are enough differences between them that declensions can be challenging. Fortunately, in this class, you will master them. Let us look at a sample word, rirus, man. Let us go over the singular forms. Wirus, wiri, room, rini, we rate. There's actually another declension, one that scholars have dubbed the abominable declension. Let's take a look. The abominable declension is used for monstrous entities, such as the giants that originally inhabited Britain. This declension has also been observed to apply to gods and early Christian saints. The abominable actually comes in two separate declensions, one for words ending in a consonant, as seen here in werewolf, and separate one for those ending in us. Here is kagarus, giant, and us, abominable noun. The Kagaruran were the original inhabitants of Albion before the arrival of Brutus and his Trojan warriors. Brutonic has a very robust pronoun inventory. In addition to personal pronouns, inflecting for number and gender, Brutonic has a set of demonstrative pronouns that also function as definite articles. A variety of interrogative pronouns, including a separate pronoun for choosing from two different options. And all of these inflect based on declension. All told, there are over 100 different pronouns which you will need to memorize for this class. Verbs in Brutonic take one of 6 stems based on the last vowel. These are some of the commonly used verbs and their conjugations. Verb conjugation is relatively simple, with each verb only having 6 total inflections. Adjectives and adverbs precede the word they modify. Adjectives match nouns for gender, number, and case. However, if the noun phrase is preceded by a demonstrative, the adjective takes a separate weak form. Any adjective in any noun can be treated as an adjective by adding the suffix e, loch, or ng. Grammar is a simple SOV word order. However, poetic authors often use flexible word order for emphasis, using case to indicate subject and object. Subclauses appear nested in the sentence, with all the verbs occurring at the end. When auxiliary verbs are present, they precede the verb they modify. Let us examine a sample text. This comes to us from the Guthirdimi Swages. Die Guthirdimi Swages is the greatest surviving work of literature in Brutonic. The exact date of the Guthirdimi Swagas is disputed, but likely traces to the 3rd or early 4th century CE. Elements of the Guthirdimi can be seen in many later works, including the Götterdämmerung. Literally translated, Guthirdimi Swagas means Saga of the Twilight of the Gods. It covers a variety of topics, but the central theme is the end of the world and the dying of the gods. More colloquially, it is known as the Twilight Saga. In this segment, Brile, a fair maiden, contemplates her love with Iduerdos, who is a monstrous dragur. Here is the Futhark and the traditional romanization and an IPA transcription. Proieth, wichtith, och prom, iduerdus, dregurusi, edir, preni, delis, dund, ok, thur, delet, wo, mano, gani, griri, mitane, that, mon, seluni, drireni, dund, prot, och, hani, Bruprare disi dund pratuni lang ath durth mutbri dunakun bras isat gurundun kun. Here we have a gloss, a literal translation, as well as Dr. Stephanie Meyer's 2005 translation, considered to be the modern standard for readability. About 3 things I was absolutely positive. First, Edward was a vampire. Second, there was a part of him, and I didn't know how potent that part might be, that thirsted for my blood. And third, I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him. Next class, we will be looking at the historical development of the Brutonic language. In the meantime, if you have any questions, my office hours are from 2 to 2:30 on alternating Thursdays. Class dismissed.